So hello everyone. Some of you may know me from Vrook conferences. This is my first appearance here in WarsawJS, and I'm delighted to know that you wanted me to come here. So thanks Piotr, thanks Krzysztof, and thanks Marcin. You are doing a great job here. The first conference was very great, and I hope this conference won't be worse because of my appearance. But anyway, I wanted to tell you something about Ember CLI. It's connected strongly with Ember. Anyone programmed in Ember? No one? Impossible. Oh my God. All right, sorry. So anyway, this is a JavaScript framework. But if anyone or most of you didn't program in Ember, it's similar to AngularJS and also sometimes can be used as an alternative to Backbone or other frameworks like this in the on the client side. And the reason why I know something about Ember CLI is because I work in a project which we use it for 4 months now, and before it we were using pure Ember in our Rails application. And our Rails application was doing most things for it. It was doing managing the assets, and it was at the same time our backend and front end. And we had to make a very we had to make a choice, a very important choice, how to separate our Ember side to make it work better and to manage the code better, because the Rails app containing in the JavaScript folders all the Ember content was looking terrible and actually was just terrible code. So we wanted to organize it, and we made as I can see now, an excellent choice. So if anyone would have in the future a choice like this is a good practice. We separated all of it to a front-end part, and we used Ember CLI. And what is Ember CLI? That is what I'm going to talk first. So Ember CLI origins from EAK, what is Ember AppKit. This is a kind of also managing tool what was developed by Stefan Penner, and he improved it very much, and actually he changed it so much that it actually needed a new name, so Ember CLI, and it's so different, and it's so good that if any one of you tried before this Ember AppKit, this will work much better, although it's still in progress. So it's not the 1.0 version now. So Ember CLI has a strong conventional project structure, which is good. It gives many benefits. We have all Ember CLI apps look the same. We can easily know where we can expect what kind of files, which I will show you today. And it's based on asset compilation supported by Broccoli. Broccoli is another excellent tool which is developed and almost entirely by Joe Liss, and it's really magnificent. I think, of course, it's also developed now, but it's really has a really clear structure. It uses a tree concept to manage all the assets, and it's really excellent. So, how can we make an Ember app based on CLI in 4 steps? So first, of course, we install Ember CLI. To do it, we only need to type in terminal npm install -g Ember CLI, and then we are going to have a whole app with tree with all files and folders which can be interesting for us. So I just type in that we are going to create a Notes app, let's say. I type Ember new notes app, wait some time, and after 2 or 3 minutes, we are going to have it there. So we can type then Ember server. This all Ember comments gives us the Ember CLI tool. As I didn't mention that CLI means command line, so it's a command line for Ember. And then we can see on our 4,200 local host the Ember app. Easy enough, isn't it? so that's the whole work we need to do. It really takes only 5 or sometimes 10 minutes. Depends on how skilled we are here. And how the structure looks like. Look, it's almost like a Rails application. Anyone developed in Rails? Yeah, we love Rails because it's so cool. It has so strong conventions, and it's very easy to manage an app like this. And the most interesting, of course, what is in the app folder. The app folder contains components, controllers, helpers, and so on and so on. So all the stuff we need can be stored over there. We are going to have also the index HTML file made for us. This is the entirely new application here. But we don't have unnecessary code. We don't have any boilerplate. It's not something like scaffold in Rails, for example, that generates too much code, and actually most of it we need to delete. So Ember CLI gives us also a lot of Ember generate commands. Is there anyone who likes generators? Because not really many people, because usually we can think about this as a not very good practice, because we don't write the code, all code by ourselves. We just generate things. But for the first time, don't worry. It will give you also the big picture, because if we just write, Ember acceptance test and some name for the test, we will get the acceptance test in the right folders. So if we want to know how Ember CLI is going to structure our code, we can easily see it just studying each generator and seeing where it's going to place. So let's generate the easy way. Sorry, guys, who want to be so pure. We have here Ember G model node. As you can see, it will only give us 2 files, and both of them, of course, we will need also the test. Remember about the tests. And we see here that it generated this beautiful part of line of code. It's pure JavaScript with some ECMAScript feature. Do you know what is the ECMAScript feature here? ECMAScript 6? No one? What is that? Yeah, imports and exports. It's an ECMAScript 6 feature, which is going to be in the next standard of JavaScript. So we can write future code today. We can have such beautiful feature. Why is this feature so good? Because it encloses our code better. We exactly know which other files we import here, and that is a very good practice. That what always JavaScript was criticized for, that we have too many globals, that we don't know what's going on there. So here we have more control. And let's generate also the controller and router. This G, of course, stands for generate. So Ember generate controller nodes, and we can see it also generated 2 files here. And Ember generate root nodes also will generate the root. Oh, sorry, I forgot you didn't program in Ember. Anyway, most of it is needed to move forward. I'm just only showing you the pattern. So we can see here that it also looks almost the same. These are the only necessary lines of code we need to start writing the code of the controller here. For example, the same is about the root. And it also added the root to router, so that it really would work if we give a link into the template. Between templates, I won't show it today because I wanted to have only 10 minutes today, but this is how it would work. So, is the use of Ember Generate good for beginners? I think yes, and what I said, because it gives the big picture too. So it's not good to study new frameworks just from the top to the bottom, but also from the bottom to the top. So what I could advise is to learn also from particular to the general, and from the big picture to the details. So if we use Ember CLI instead of nothing, let's say, we obviously would have this gain that we won't have to discover America. Of course, everyone knows, or not everyone, but there are some good and consistent ways how to manage the file tree. And really, Ember CLI gives it. The convention is very nice. It helps us to manage the code and to keep it really good. And of course, if we change a project, which also will use the Ember CLI, it will be much easier for us to understand it. And of course, if we ourselves go back to the code we wrote before, it will be also easier than if we hold these conventions. The code quality, as I said, ECMAScript 6 features, and the workflow. Ember CLI gives us, for example, autosave. If we, auto reload on save. So if we press save in the editor, it will automatically reload the web page. So some tips. In the beginning we had this legacy code. First we wrote this Ember using CoffeeScript and emblem instead of handlebars, and it was a bad choice. If you have still a choice about that, don't keep don't stay with CoffeeScript and emblem, because it will make a lot of noise and difficult, let's say, stupid mistakes, because it's much better. JavaScript is now releasing its new version, so and CoffeeScript still needs to hold the consistency with further versions. So CoffeeScript won't be helpful here. And of course, embrace the conventions. You will love them when you learn them. So you won't lose your effort for things that already can be managed easily, and then your effort can entirely go in the things in that direction you want. And be careful with installing new versions. Remember, it's only work in progress. It's still work in progress. So you can easily break your code if you download every new update. But what I must say, I'm very surprised that although they emphasize all the time, this is work in progress. Please don't rely so much on us. No, it's really reliable. We never had since 5 months any problem with the environment because of some new updates or something. So Stefan Penner is expecting to add lazy loading of app segments. It would even make the application better, faster, and of course more ECMAScript features. If you want to learn more about this, I add these links into the presentation. The whole presentation will be accessible, of course, from WarsawJS page. So you can see later these pictures. I give you only 3 links so that it won't be overwhelming. There are the great programmers I mentioned, Stefan Perner on EmberConf, and Jolis talking about Broccoli and also about Ember CLI. So I strongly recommend it's excellent material. So thanks you, thank you everyone, and see you on next WarsawJS. Sorry, I forgot. I thought you won't have any questions. Tell me.
Tu jest mikrofon. I'm not sure, but I think. Can you hear me? No? Okay. I'm not sure whether I lost some basic topic. Ember.js is front-end MV star frameworks, but what you showed here is for backend, for Node, or just it's for frontend?
No, it's only for frontend.
Ah, okay, because you mentioned about ECMAScript 6. So there are some, I think, I don't know how to say, transformations to backward compatibility, I think, for other browsers. Yes. So if
it doesn't use the entire ECMAScript 6. It's only some features of it. So I'm not sure if it's there. Transitions. No, I think not.
Okay, and you use it with Rails application, yeah?
Yes, I use it with Rails application. That works nice together.
Okay, so that to sum up, it's simply for a simple page application
yes.
framework. Okay.
Yes, and of course, the solution, the architecture solution is that we have the Rails application separate. It runs on a different server. And we have just, when we develop it on our development environment, we just proxy the queries to the backend from localhost 400 to 4200 to 300, so that it works together fine.
Okay, thanks.
You said something like JavaScript is releasing the new version now.
No.
What do you mean by now, and what do you mean by JavaScript is releasing?
When I'm talking about the standards, I think, well, not now. No, I mispronounced probably. Wanted to say in the future, we can expect ECMAScript 6 would be the standard. So I was talking about the standards, so about the general idea of the JavaScript and not implementations.
Sure. I just thought that, like, I don't know things about releasing, so yeah. Thanks.
Okay, is there a compilation going on underneath, or is you just run the code? So when you press save and there's auto reload going on, is there a compilation like in, I don't know, Grunt or compilation system?
Yeah, there is Grunt. Well.
Yeah, but is this a default option? So when you just write plain JavaScript, and is it run on the browser, or does the project needs to compile in order to run it in the browser?
Yeah, the project needs to compile.
Okay, so there is like a compile option, and
yes.
There's so maybe that's why the import
Ember CLI
works and so on.
it.
Okay, okay, I wasn't clear on that. Thank you.
Okay, dziękuję, Piotr.
Thank you very much.